It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Partners USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. Philadelphia Eagles, NFC East division. They're leaders. They're the ones leading the division right now. They're the ones who are, the team to beat, Super Bowl champions. Just beat the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football. I watched the tape from the game. I watched, some things there that stood out to me. First thing was the defense played out of its mind. Defense was on point in every aspect, dealing with the run, dealing with the pass, deflecting passes, coverage, everything was A+. They did give up a touchdown, because of pass interference on, our linebacker covering the tight end. They called the pass interference. But if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles defense, it was amazing. That stood out to me, number one. Number two, after watching the tape offensively, I believe that there was a lot of plays that were left on the table, maybe possible touchdowns to A.J. Brown on a crossing route. I believe that people are forgetting that sometimes when things are happening up front with the offensive and defensive line and the quarterback, he sometimes cannot see the receiver. These guys are sometimes 6'5", or taller in front of the actual quarterback to be able to see. So sometimes he can see the blitz coming and the rush coming, and that's why he doesn't make the play that you want to see him make. Outside of that, I didn't really see many things that Jalen Hurts did wrong. I just saw him miss A.J. Brown in that play, and Smitty was also open out in the flat where he could have threw the ball to Smitty as well and got a good game where he scrambled out of the pocket. But everyone needs to understand that the NFL is a very, very, very difficult place to get a win. It's not easy to win in the NFL. So when you get a win, whether it's 10-7, 10-3, 3-2, whatever it is, and you come home with a victory, you have to understand that these games are difficult to win. The Green Bay Packers are a very good football team. They have a very good defense. They have a very good young quarterback. The Eagles held them in check, and we won the game. So therefore, everyone needs to back off of Jalen Hurts and saying he's missing A.J. Brown and trying to cause or stir up confusion between A.J. Brown and Hurts. Whereas though both of these players understand that they're not going to be on the same page every single play. Every single game is not going to be the same. There's going to be some games where Hurts is going to connect with A.J. Brown as far as touchdowns and huge chunks of yards up and down the field. But yesterday or Monday night wasn't the game for that. This was a tough, game for both teams. Whereas though the Eagles came out on top. And what the confusion that everyone is putting out there is that A.J. Brown is unhappy, and we see why he's unhappy. No, A.J. Brown is playing on a team that's number one in the NFC, and also a team that is number one in their division, and a team that has the possibilities with the pieces they have to win a Super Bowl, the ultimate goal. Individual stats doesn't equate to rings all the time. There are some players who have individual games or are very, very good individually that can lead their team to the Super Bowl. We saw it done before with certain quarterbacks. But ultimately, the ultimate goal is a team sport. You have the running backs, linebackers, quarterbacks, defensive ends, whatever you want. Everybody is playing for one common goal, to hoist the trophy. That's it. So this team right now is sitting at number one in the NFC, right? With the opportunity to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which could ultimately lead to them winning another Super Bowl. I think A.J. Brown is focused on winning the Super Bowl. He's not really focused on if he's wide open and doesn't catch a pass, as long as we win a game. Now, if the Eagles lose that game, then we could probably say, hey, listen, Hurts didn't do this, Hurts didn't do that. But ultimately, we won the game. So let's be happy that we won. Let's be happy that we came through in the clutch and won the game. Another thing I want to talk about is Sirianni. Sirianni, I believe that he made a bad call, a bad judgment call, which 9 times out of 10 results in us losing that game or them tying that game up ultimately with the field goal. But the Eagles were able to withstand with their defense and come through. But you cannot make these type of calls and go for it on 4th and 8 on the 45-yard line or the 40-yard line, wherever you're at. You can't do that, Sirianni. You cannot do that. You have to, make the game easy. Punt the ball. Your defense play lights out all game. Then You're relying on your defense. Don't put your defense in a position where as though they cannot, recover, or they can give up a big play or pass interference, and now they're in field goal range or possibly a touchdown pass, whereas though they can win the game. So that's what I get from the Eagles and the Packers game. That was just me looking at the, at the tape, my second look at the game, and what I believe is the Eagles played well on both ends, offensively and defensively. This was the little things we couldn't need to fix, but I believe the Eagles ultimately are the best team in the NFC, possibly the best team in football. So you heard it here first. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.